680's Richard Southern joins us now. And Richard, Canada's jobless rate has fallen to its lowest level since before the financial crisis.
Yeah, very strong jobs numbers in today for the month of July. Francis, let's take a look. 10,900 jobs created in Canada last month, a bit more than what the economists were expecting. And the good news is that almost all of them were full-time jobs, exactly what you want to see. Unemployment rate down to 6.7%, lowest since October 08. And how about this? Over the past 12 months, Canada has created more than 387,000 jobs, most of them full-time. The only thing is wage growth. Who's getting a raise these days? We're seeing very weak wage growth. Youth unemployment also quite high at 12%, the unemployment rate for people 15 to 24. And Francis, this really sort of underlines the fact that Canada's economy is improving, and it's a further signal that we'll probably see another interest rate hike from the Bank of Canada this year.
So one of the fastest growing economies in this country can actually be found right here in the GTA. And maybe it's surprising to some, but apparently business is booming in Oshawa these days.
Oshawa's economy is a well-oiled machine these days, and you know it has a lot more to do than just with the automotive industry. There's more to it. So Oshawa is expected to have Canada's fastest growing economy this year. It's expected to expand by 2.5%. General Motors does remain a big employer there. They have recently announced new investment in Oshawa, but really driving the economy is things like construction, retail, construction, and health science is also a big part of Oshawa. Now 170,000 people live in the city, and they've seen job growth of some 30,000 since 2011. So who knew there, Francis? Oshawa, the place to be these days.
Too expensive to live anywhere else in the GTA too, right? From the housing story yesterday.
You get a much better deal on a house in Oshawa, although prices have been going up there too.
Absolutely. So now this is interesting. It could be the beginning of a marijuana Disneyland. So one company has bought an entire town to build a pot playground.
This is fascinating. Okay, so this is an abandoned town, and we got some pictures of it here. It's called NIPTON, California. It's about a 3-hour drive from LA, about an hour drive from Vegas, and there's leftover buildings there from the California Gold Rush. A company called American Green, the maker of cannabis products, has bought NIPTON for $5 million. And what they're going to do, they're going to invest millions to create a pot-friendly tourist destination. So think cannabis-themed hotels, shops to buy cannabis products, marijuana cooking lessons. They're even, Francis, going to infuse the aquifer with marijuana. So you drink the water, and you know you're going to get a bit of a marijuana buzz. So this could be the next big thing, a marijuana playground out there in California.
Everyone will be giggly.
Don't drink the water. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Now, this could also be the next maybe big hottest beverage in the booze biz. So most people, or more than ever, are pouring a glass of rosé. Yeah, rosé's red hot. It's the drink of the summer. Get this, rosé consumption up 57% over just the past year. It's exploding in popularity. It's actually outpaced beer sales over the past year, not in dollar terms, but just in sales. Rosé category now valued at $389 million, becoming one of the more powerful forces in the alcoholic beverage category. It's younger people, millennials, that are popping a bottle of rosé wine. Guys are doing it too. Francis, they call it brosé. Brosé.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool to have a glass of brosé. And there's been some innovation in the space. We're seeing some places selling rosé slushies and rosé donuts. So that's your in-drink this summer.
Any pot-infused rosé?
You wait a year.
That'll be at that hotel there. Yeah.
You know it.
Now, there's some good news for those looking to buy a bottle of rosé or any type of booze this long weekend.
Right, so Monday's the holiday. It's Simcoe Day, but Simcoe Day not a statutory holiday, and so LCBO has announced that most of their Toronto stores will be open, so you can go and get a bit of liquor there on Monday if you so choose. Most beer stores in the city will also be operating on Monday, and we should mention that even some of the LCBO and beer stores that are typically closed on weekends will be open on Monday, so keep that in mind. Francis.
Okay, and if we're traveling this long weekend, we need to fill up. Where's gas headed?
Well, gas is actually going to go down a penny tonight, surprisingly enough. That'll bring the average here in the GTA to about $1.12.9. However, the forecast calls for it to go up a penny on Sunday. So Saturday will get you your best deal on gas. Francis, I hope you have a nice long weekend.
All right, you too, Richard.